Hello, we are happy to join you today and for you to join us today, live or watching the recording after the fact, talking about essential oil basics. My name is Rachel and I'm joined here by my friend and colleague Angela, and I'm going to have her start by just talking about why we want to use essential oils in the first place.
All right, so we all know we have a lot of choices in healthcare, and there's what we think of as the modern approach or the Western medical approach. And all you have to do is think about your favorite pharmaceutical drug commercial to start guessing why there might be a reason to look for alternatives, right? The long list of side effects of various pharmaceutical drugs is a reason to not take them haphazardly or without, a very strong reason to take them. Another problem with Western medicine is that it tends to focus on much more on the symptoms than on the root cause of illness. So a lot of interventions are tied towards dealing with, the particular symptom you're complaining of right then and not finding out why that is happening. And natural approaches, which include essential oils, really flip that upside down. They are much more interested in the root cause. So they tend to take a more integrative approach and look at the symptoms as clues to lead to what is the root cause and then actually address the root cause. So essential oils are part of this larger aspect of natural health, and they are 100% natural. They're extracted from plants. And they can be utilized in the body, and they really work on a cellular level. So they very much can get to the root cause of issues. So Rachel's going to tell us a little bit more about what essential oils are.
Well, essential oils are naturally occurring volatile compounds that are part of most plants' natural defense systems. So they are found in the leaves, in the stem, bark, flowers. In fact, some plants have them in multiple places, and we get multiple oils from the same plant from multiple locations, petals and bark, for example. So they occur naturally. They are protective of the plant. In fact, they're the substances on the plants that can repel predators or attract pollinators, protect a plant from drought. They are full of a variety of chemical constituents, and they basically have these properties that not only then serve the plant, but when humans use them, they can serve us well and help us with our health in a wide range of emotional and physical wellness applications. And when you use essential oils, they are highly concentrated, so they mostly they're extracted via steam distillation. So they use warm or hot water gently to release the essential oils from the plant. And then they collect that, and those essential oils are highly concentrated and therefore highly potent. So we like to use as comparison peppermint. There's my bottle of doTERRA peppermint. So a lot of us grew up if we had an upset stomach or weren't feeling so well, a little nauseousness, one of your parents or grandparents would say, have some mint tea and to settle your stomach. So with essential oil, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil would be the equivalent of 28 cups of that peppermint tea. So highly potent, a little goes a long way. And then they work with the body to address those issues and really, with peppermint, help you with that upset stomach. They are also affordable. So when you only need 1 drop of peppermint oil, they are pennies per drop, pennies per dose. And they work at the cellular level. It's really all about science when it comes to essential oils and how and why they work in the body. So wish you could smell it. And on that note, I'm going to have Angela tell us a little bit more about why doTERRA essential oils, why getting them from doTERRA matters.
Yes, so everything that Rachel and I talk about on this video, we are only talking about doTERRA essential oils. That is the brand of essential oils that we trust and we have chosen, and that all of our experiences are with. So that is what we are talking about. And so, why does it matter? We all see essential oils everywhere now. You can see them in the drugstore, in the health food store, all over the place. And so why does it matter? doTERRA, when they started in 2008, really, they had a mission to change the industry, to provide the most pure, most potent, highest quality essential oils in the market. And they set very high standards for that. So you may or may not know that most things that fall under natural health, your supplements, vitamins, herbs, and essential oils, aren't really regulated heavily. And so it is up to the individual companies to act honorably and to provide high quality. And doTERRA has really taken this very seriously, and they set their own standard, which they call CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Essential Oils. And with that, they make sure that every single bottle of oil meets their very strict standards. So they make sure that every time you're buying a bottle of essential oil, all you're getting is that essential oil. There are no fillers, no synthetics, no pesticides, nothing else but the pure essential oil, and that it will be consistent from batch to batch. And this is really unique to doTERRA, that they basically take a chemical constituent map of each essential oil and the natural chemical components of that, and how much should be in each bottle. So if you're looking at something like a bottle of lemon oil, doTERRA has, a map of exactly what their lemon oil should look like so that you're getting the same effects every time. And we test every single liter of oil, both in-house and by a third party, to not only check for all these fillers and synthetics and other things that shouldn't be there, but also we check for this chemical profile to make sure that you're going to get the consistent results. And in addition to that, doTERRA has a very strong environmental and social responsibility mission, which is very important to me and to Rachel. Really resonates with us. We make sure the oils are sourced in a way that is sustainable, both for the environment and for the workers in the communities that we're in. So the workers are provided a fair wage. They're given consistent work. We work with them closely to make sure that things are grown in the way that produces the high quality essential oils that we want, that pesticides aren't used, that they're harvested at the right time, all of those. And then also social responsibility. We get our oils from, in almost all cases, from the places that they are indigenous to, because that is where they have the chemical profile that we're looking for. But a lot of those are underserved communities or third world countries, and they are in need of different things. We have communities in the mountains of Nepal or in the forests of Guatemala that may not have a health clinic or a school or running water. And doTERRA also has a social responsibility arm, our Healing Hands Foundation, that really gives back to the community. So when you're buying doTERRA, you're getting the highest quality of oils, and you're really making a difference all over the world. So on that note, we're now going to talk about how we use essential oils, and Rachel's going to start us off with that.
Absolutely. So the first way to use essential oils that we're going to talk about is aromatic use. And it sounds like what it is, which is basically you smell the oil. And aromatic use is the most effective way quickest and most effective way to affect your emotions, change your emotions super quickly, and to affect your respiratory system. And so I wanted to talk to you about an oil blend called Breathe. As the example in this case, it is a blend of oils that helps the respiratory system: eucalyptus, peppermint, Ravensara, and other oils that support that. So when you use an oil aromatically, it can be as simple as putting the bottle under your nose and taking a deep breath in. I do like to tell people that it does smell better out of the bottle. But when you're moving quickly and trying to just have something happen really without getting any more complicated, just open your bottle and give it a deep breath in. The second way you can use them aromatically is by putting 1 drop into your hand. And I like to show how you can do 1 drop, my hand this direction, 1 drop, 45-degree angle, 1 drop came out. That's all you need. You would lightly rub your hands together and cup them over your mouth and nose, making sure to keep your hands away from your face. Depending on the oil you're using, your facial skin can be some of the most sensitive skin on your body. So you want to just avoid touching that area. So do this. And really 2 to 3 deep breaths of that is a therapeutic dose. The third way to use oils aromatically that we teach people to do is with a diffuser. Diffuser, they come in all shapes and sizes. And what it does is it vibrates the oil and the water together so that it comes out in a fine mist. It is not wet at all. If you can see that there's no wetness on my hand. It's not wet at all, and it actually gets into the air and benefits the whole space and everybody in it for a couple of hours, actually. You don't have to run the diffuser nonstop. You can run it on and off throughout the day. So that is aromatic use. Boost the mood, freshen the air, open the airways. Those are going to be the best reasons for using oils aromatically. The next way we use oils is topically, and Angela's going to go over sort of the ways to do that and the safe ways to do that too.
So topical use refers to putting the oils on your skin directly. So there are lots of reasons that you might want to use oils topically. If you have any sort of skin irritation, or you have a cut that you want to help make sure there's no bacteria in, or help it heal faster, you might want to put some oils on that. But then a lot of times we can use oils topically for things we might not even think of. We are so used to taking things internally for things like a headache, or a head tension, or any sort of pain or discomfort. But you can actually use essential oils topically to help with some of those same issues. So if you have head tension, you might take something like some frankincense and peppermint and lavender, and put those on. You can put them on your temples, you can put them across your forehead, you can put them on the back of your neck, are all good places to really affect that. Or doTERRA also offers some pre-made blends that are specific for certain things. So when I talk about topical use, I always mention one of my favorites, which is past tense, which comes in this lovely roller bottle. You can see that there, and you just roll it right on. It goes up and over, and it can really help relieve tension. And when you're using oils topically, a couple of things to consider. Well, one is obviously safety. We always want to consider safety. And so we talk about diluting essential oils. We're not diluting the effect of the essential oil, but as Rachel already mentioned, essential oils are really, really potent. So you don't need much. A little bit goes a long way. We have this great blend that is used primarily topically, would be the main use for this. This is Deep Blue. It comes in a small 5 ml bottle. And this is wonderful for any sort of like muscle or joint discomfort. So let's say, for example, you have a knee that's always kind of giving you trouble. Maybe it's, some sort of chronic swelling or discomfort there that you want to see if you can make some improvements with, and you want to try Deep Blue. You really only need a drop of oil. Maybe you do it twice a day or even 3 times a day, but each time you only need 1 drop. But it's hard to spread 1 drop over your whole knee. If you mix it with a carrier oil, which would be any sort of fatty oil. So we most often use fractionated coconut oil, which we call FCO, but you can use regular coconut oil if you're just mixing it in your hand. You can use whatever, grapeseed oil, almond oil, jojoba oil. Doesn't matter. So you put a little bit of oil in your hand, and then you put a drop of the essential oil. You rub that together. You can now spread it over your whole knee. So you've covered a larger area without increasing the potency. You didn't need 5 drops to cover your knee. 1 drop is going to be the effect that you want. So it's great for that, covering a larger area. It's also great because, we all react differently biologically, and you can be sensitive to anything. And there are people who develop sensitivities to certain oils. It's not very common, particularly to doTERRA oils that are pure and without the synthetics, because that's the most common cause of sensitivities, but you can absolutely develop a sensitivity to 100% pure essential oil. And so to keep that very low chance from happening at all, you can mix it with a carrier oil. And again, it's just making it so that it isn't quite so intense right on your skin. The other thing is that essential oils are made up of volatile organic compounds, which basically means that they are going to evaporate quickly, or it's called flash off. You put it on your skin and it starts going off. When you mix it with a carrier oil, that is reduced greatly. The other oil helps keep it on your skin, stops it from evaporating. It also keeps it in the local area longer. So it's a great idea to always dilute. In fact, it's such a good idea that doTERRA took some of the most common oils that are used this way and put them in roller bottles that are called a touch line. So for example, lavender in a touch bottle. Oh, that's past tense, sorry. Where's my lavender? Oh, I don't have it here. I have peppermint here. There we go. Peppermint in a touch bottle. You can see right up here it says the word touch. What that means is that these ones, they're ready to go. They're in a roller bottle and they're already mixed with FCO. So at the right dilution rates, that it's really safe for almost anyone to use. I'm going to say almost anyone because for infants, people under 2, really, I dilute much more heavily than this. But really from 2 to 80, you're good to go with the touch bottles. So you can just use them right as they are. And we have a lot of oils that come that way. I think about 15 at this point. But when that isn't available to you, or you're making your own blend like you really like, frankincense and peppermint and lavender together for your head tension, you can buy empty roller bottles and you just mix them yourself. You put a few drops of each oil in there and you top it off with FCO and you're ready to go. The only other thing I want to say about topical is where you would use it topically. So a lot of times it's really obvious, right? If you have head tension, let's put it, around that area. If your neck and shoulders are tight, let's put it there. If you have a bum knee, let's put it there. But another way that people don't always think of it is even like for something like an upset stomach or discomfort along your esophagus. We again tend to think of taking things internally, but you actually can put it topically right on the area, right over your stomach, and it can help with nauseousness, with upset stomach. Even when you overeat, we have this incredible blend called Digest Zen, which I absolutely love. And you can put a drop of that on your stomach and you will feel better a few minutes later. And the other place people put it, it's not always obvious, or you want to affect whole body symptoms or someone's sensitive to a particular smell, you can put it on the bottom of your feet. It's a great place to apply the oils. It gets absorbed into your bloodstream. It will interact with all the cells in your body. And you're good to go. So that's topical use in a nutshell. And there is yet one more way you can use essential oils. So Rachel's going to talk to us about internal use.
Yes, but last but certainly not least, and in particular for internal use, want to reiterate that we're talking about doTERRA essential oils. We do not advocate or represent any other oils. I've never taken any other brand of oil internally. Or even topically, other than doTERRA. So we're talking about doTERRA essential oils. When you take an oil internally, there's actually a couple ways you can do that. You can put your oils, add them to water. You can drop oils directly under your tongue, and I'm going to demonstrate all of these. And you can put oils in an empty, what they call a veggie cap, which is an empty capsule. If you're familiar with any kind of medicine, you know that some of them come in capsules that you can undo, and there used to be an old ad for some medicine where they used to open that up and all the little balls of the medicine would bounce all over the place. So one of the oils that I use every day internally is On Guard. On Guard is our protective blend. It is a blend of oils that are particularly high in antioxidants and support our immune system to do what it is designed to do, and which is protect you against illness. It has clove and wild orange in it and a couple other oils. Clove is incredibly high on the antioxidant scale. So to use it internally, you could use it any of the 3 ways I mentioned. So I have a glass of water. Again, a little goes a long way. 1 drop. I'll let you watch that go in there. 1 drop of On Guard. That's all. And this is true for other oils you might take internally. Ideally, your water is actually empty at the time, and then you put your water over it, and then you kind of swishy. And then just drink it. And you can do that with 1 drop of On Guard to support your immune system. There's also a lot of benefit to using citrus oils in your water all day long. Again, just 1 or 2 drops, but you can have it, flavor it. Safety first, when we're talking about using oils internally, is to always have your oils in a glass or stainless steel container, because the oils can interact with plastic, and that's bad for everybody. So make sure it's glass or stainless steel. The other way to take it internally, which I've been doing the healthy habits, so I've been doing a drop of frankincense under my tongue every day. You just hold it up and let that 1 drop come out. If that's a little bit harder for you, you can put a drop on your thumb and hold it to the roof of your mouth. And that is a really fast way of getting the benefits into your system. It's what I use to help with my head tension, to do it that way. And then the last way to use an oil internally is to, again, have a veggie cap, which is clear. It opens up. And you would basically put whatever oils that you want. There's lots of recipes out there. We have recipes for immunity. We have recipes for lower back discomfort, things of that nature. And then you don't have to taste it or worry about it touching your lips or anything like that. So in water, under your tongue, sublingually, to the roof of the mouth, or make yourself a veggie cap. And it is a super effective way of addressing things in particular that are hard to get to topically, that are hard to get to aromatically, a little deeper in the body, but also things related to your gut and things that Angela mentioned, digestion. You could take that internally and get that going. So much of our health is related to our gut, from our mood to our immunity to just a long list of stuff these days. And it's great to have all these different options, whether it's aromatic, topical, or internal use. And then within those different options, whether it's diffusing or putting it on the bottom of your feet or your wrists or using under your tongue or in a veggie cap, it's just really great to have all these options and to figure out what works best for you. So we are going to wrap up. If Angela has anything else to add at this point.
I was just going to thank you for being here and for listening. And this was just to cover the basics. If you're new, you can reach out to whoever showed you this video, and they can help you find out how to get the essential oils in your home. There are great ways to do that, and we're all happy to help you with that. And if you're one of our existing customers, then hopefully you learned something new or just a refresher course. So thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.